To be honest, it's difficult to say that, whether if Loulan is a villain or a victim. When she was introduced into the episode, she seemed to have involvement with all the major events including Jinshi's murder, but it'd be so quick to judge her before knowing her story. So, let's get to know her better. Starting from family background. Loulan was born to Prime Minister Shishu and his second wife Shenmei. Before we dig into her story, first we need to know some details about their clan. The country of Li is the primary setting of the Apothecary Diaries. It is split into 3 provinces, northern, western, and central, the royal capital. The Shi clan were one of the 3 clans from the founding of Li. They settled to the north, which was later named after them as Shihoku Province. Shenmei was Shi clan head's daughter, and Shishu was adopted as the Shi clan heir from a branch family and engaged to Shenmei. During the former emperor's reign, the Shi clan continued to export slaves out of the country despite it being forbidden. When the empress regnant took notice to put a stop to the slave exports, she forced Shi clan head's daughter Shenmei to join former emperor's imperial harem as a high-ranking consort so that the empress regnant could keep an eye on the Shi clan through her. While Shishu worked along with Empress Regnant by helping her politically and was highly favored by her, he was a great political asset to her. Through influence, he improved his clan's reputation and became Prime Minister of Li Country and head of his clan. Taiho was a servant of Shenmei. She was impregnated by the former emperor and got abandoned by Shenmei. The pregnancy was hidden because she wasn't an official consort, and also she was just a child. Later, it was pinned on the servant and a court physician. And that physician happens to be Lumen, Maomao's grand uncle, and also her adoptive father. He was turned into a eunuch and got banished from the palace as a punishment. Now we know the reason why Lumen was a eunuch, even though he comes from a noble family. All this time, poor Lumen suffered for something he did not do. After some time, Taihu gave birth to a daughter, making her emperor's illegitimate child, an heir, and princess to the kingdom. Shishu and Shenmei both loved each other, but since she was gone for extremely long time, he decided to marry the unofficial princess on former emperor's request, when she grew up, and later welcomed their daughter, making her the granddaughter of the late emperor, whom you already know. It's none other than Suirei. Yes, the one who planted resurrection plants and also tried to fake her death but couldn't succeed, because our smart Maomao caught her plan. It will also make her as Jinshi's cousin. When Shenmei got back, she married Shishu and later gave birth to their daughter Loulan. Though Shishu still loved her, Shenmei's personality had changed. She stripped Shishu's first daughter of her name and gave it to her daughter Loulan. She violently abused Suirei and changed her original name from Shisui to Suirei and killed her mother cruelly due to their relation to the imperial family. She also tortured her husband by involving herself in debauchery. Being the princess of her clan, she feels offended that the former emperor did not want anything to do with her, that her lover had married another woman and is now head of the clan. She blames the entire royal family for ruining her life. So she plotted to ruin the country of Li for making a fool of her and chased out the members of the Shi clan who stood against her, basically preparing for a rebellion. Loulan and Suirei were close. However, Loulan was forced to feign ignorance to the injustice in her sister and father's lives because of her mother's tyrannic hold over the family. Through his influence, Shishu was able to force Ah Duo out of her position as the pure consort in favor of Loulan, under the direction of Shenmei. Around the same time, Suirei also entered the outer court as a court lady. As a consort, Loulan often wore extravagant and exotic clothing and jewelry. She also colored her face with dark cosmetics, making it difficult for people to determine the details of her face, and avoided her own attendants to dress up as her alter egos. She seemed to have no interest in politics, and also takes the abortifacients to avoid pregnancy. She would disguise herself as the palace maid using the name Shisui. Talking about her personality, Loulan appears to be aloof and uncaring. Due to her overbearing mother, she seemed to have no personality, only following whatever orders her mother gave her. But in reality, she is a free-willed person who strongly cares for her father, half-sister, and her clan's children. She is also very cunning when it comes to her intelligence, to the point that she is described as a vixen. When she learned that the Shi clan would be eradicated, she plotted to kidnap Maomao by deceiving her, making her believe she was in danger, while it was Suire dressed up as eunuch holding knife. She did all these because both she and her father hated Shenmei. Since Shenmei held so much power, the only way to destroy her was to destroy the whole clan along with her. She was aware that once Jinshi and Lacan discovered the kidnapping, they would initiate an investigation. This investigation would likely uncover the existence of the rebellion, prompting them to take action to suppress it. Her intention was for Maomao to save the lives of the Shi clan children who had been given the resurrection drug. This plan was devised by consort Loulan and her father while pretending to be on Shenmei's side. They manipulated everyone and acted as troublesome villains, while their true objective was to rescue the country from rebellion. This is just a small summary of the Shi clan arc, but as the story goes, there are a lot of events happened in between. It's also believed that Jinshi's execution plan is related to Loulan, however there is no confirmation. If you are a novel reader, please share your thoughts in the comments. Loulan successfully schemed for her young relatives to survive by exchanging information with Jinshi, with the promise he would use the resurrection drug on them and ensure their protection. Later, Aduo took those children under her care and protected them. At the end, Loulan died, but it is pretty clear she escaped and is living somewhere else. Though she had her own schemes, she did it all to protect her people, but at the same time, Jinshi would have died if Maomao didn't reach on time to save him. What do you think of her character? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you are new here, please subscribe. See you on next one. Bye for now.